Let's bring the March 7th meeting to order. Salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Mr. Cullen,
Mr. Cullen is excused.
Ms. Curran,
Here.
Mr. D'Angelo,
Here.
Mr. Poliakico,
Here.
Mr. Parolo,
Yeah, excused.
Mr. Smith,
Here.
Mr. Stiltner,
Here.
Ms. Paglione,
Here.
and Mr. Chicoletti.
Here. Mr. Solicitor?
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. An executive session started tonight at 6:30. All board members who are present for this meeting were present at the executive session along with Dr. Davis and myself. Following items were discussed: personnel, collective bargaining, and informational items in that meeting. The executive session concluded just before this meeting started. That's my report.
Thank you, Mr. Trulove. Thank you. Do I have a motion to approve the complete agenda?
Motion.
Mr. D'Angelo, do I have a second?
Second.
Mrs. Paglione? Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Reports and presentations. Student delegates, Noel Santana and Madison Zevanowski. Did I pronounce that right? Zevanowski? Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Here are the following things that have taken place at the high school recently. Mr. Swift's anatomy and physiology class performed a rat dissection which helped students understand the anatomy of mammals, which is very identical to the human anatomy. The winter blood drive was today. It went very well and was very successful. The wrestling team won the BAL title. Coach Swift was awarded BAL Coach of the Year and was the first coach in Bristol to win the District 1 Coach of the Year award. Marco Baracol, Evan Blackman, George Sarr, Lorenzo Dickinson, and Austin Nova Ballet made it to the regional championship. The unified bocce team placed second in districts and will be participating in the regional championship, which took place yesterday in Glen Mills, Pennsylvania. We ended up placing third out of the region. The prom committee has been continuing its prom prep. Middle school boys basketball has made it to playoffs. The International Club will be departing for Italy on March 14th. They will be visiting Rome and Sorrento. They have an itinerary that includes visiting a mozzarella farm, which is very exciting. The senior class has applied to 40 different colleges and universities. The guidance office is just awaiting their final decisions. That's all I have.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. It's great to see you all again. Today, I will be catching you up to speed on the activities at the elementary school. First, students are currently having an incentive program where they recently had a Valentine's dance on Valentine's Day. They also had the opportunity to earn a bowling incentive to be held this month. On March 4th, Coach Ciotti and his football players came to visit fourth graders and read to them for the Across American Day. Visiting football players joined fourth graders for an exciting game of football during recess and then ate lunch with them in the cafeteria. The football players who attended are as follows. For seniors, we have Kendall Cottrell, Colin Burnett, Nuke Buplin, Kanto Ziegler, Chance Weidman, and Adoga Casio. For the juniors, we also have Trey Anthony, Xavier Seegers, and Kwahim Newsom. The class activities that have gone on in elementary school are as follows. Students are learning to make line plots, fractions, and decimals in math class, studying rocks and minerals in science class, learning about Pennsylvania in social studies, in which they also did a play about ancient Egypt in. And for ELA, students are practicing reading, writing comprehension skills, and having a biography fair, which is a project and presentation called Who Was. For this project, the students will read about a famous person and then come to school dressed as them, as well as give information and a good presentation on their life stories. Ms. Ciotti is also planning to have a poetry cafe soon, in which students will write and illustrate their own poetry. Ms. LaRosa's class also recently finished the novel The Boy in the Striped Pajamas, and then compared and contrasted the novel with the movie. For Mr. Moyer's class, he is organizing a field trip to the wharf for the students to visit one of the large ships. Lastly, the elementary school is making preparations for PSSA testing, which will be held in April. That is all I have for you today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Okay, Dr. Davis.
No report tonight, Mr. President.
Thank you. Ms. Bowser, interim elementary principal.
Yes, federal programs update. Our Title I PAC event, the Daughters Dance, was very successful. We had over 250 girls in attendance. Our boys' dance will be scheduled for March 15th. Title IV funds, which continue to support STEM. Our STEM 6th grade students have embarked on a journey of design and technology. They have been using Tinkercad, a user-friendly 3D modeling tool. They have researched, conceptualized, and designed replicas of renowned world landmarks. The MakerBot Method X printer brought their visions to life layer by layer, transforming the digital blueprints into tangible masterpieces. Some of the students have created the Eiffel Tower, Great Wall of China, and these are actually on display in our showcase right here in the front foyer if you want to check it out. Our Gifted Enrichment Program entered a nature essay contest sponsored by the Heritage Conservancy. 5 finalists were selected out of 70 admissions. They are as follows: Ben Pastor, Tristan Morgan, Layla Lawrence, John Carlos Stiltner, and Wolfgang Klingelhofer. Layla Lawrence came in first place. The students in K3 will be attending a musical at the Bristol Riverside Theater, the Big Musical, and the BRT educational program generously donated those tickets. Our Q3 Outrageous Showcase is scheduled for March 22nd, and we did celebrate Read Across America on Monday. We had a lot of volunteers come into the school to read to our students. The 4th grade class, the football team came to read and ate lunch with them, and they really, the 4th grade class really loved that. Our Reading Olympics team is set to go to Neshaminy High School on Wednesday, April 3rd, to compete against other elementary schools in the area. Mr. and Mrs. Tyrell take them. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bowser. Mr. Nastasi.
Yeah, thank you. Title I update. We continue to have data meetings. We had data meetings 3-5 and today, and we will continue to have data meetings about our math progress on 312 and next Friday of next week with Dr. Smith and our middle school math team. Title IV update, our STEM program. Our 7th graders are working on computer applications, trying to master all the applications in Google and Canvas. Our 8th grade computer science class are working on coding. As some of the students did say today, our blood drive was today. I don't know how many pints of blood. We have how many pints of blood we have today? Okay, we'll find that out and we'll put it on. I know last year we beat our previous pints by I think 4, so we're going to see. It was a really good turnout. It was pretty crowded there all day long. It was a really successful event today, well organized. Today we had our Bucks County Community College Apply Day. So that means to us that all of our seniors that we identify who are going to Bucks Community College, we had them register for next year. So they will have their email and their acceptance for next year. We also had our dual enrollment students today apply through Bucks County Community College. That would have been our 10th grade students who have been selected, and also our 11th grade students have been selected. And all these classes are the classes they will be taking next year for our dual enrollment program in school and before school. Our Italy trip, we have about 20 students going. They're leaving on 3/14, coming back 3/20. We had a nice meeting last week with all the parents from like 5:30 to 7 o'clock, just going over all the details and do's and don'ts about traveling overseas in Europe. It was, everybody who had to be there was there. It was very beneficial to just communicate with the parents and go over every detail. 3/21, we're going to have our National Honor Society's dinner at 6 o'clock at Georgine's. We have 11 students selected this year. We have a panel of 4 people who went through about 17 applications. 11 students made it through, and we'd like to invite the school board there for the ceremony, if you can make it at Georgine's. Yesterday, Unified Bocce team, we placed 3rd place at regionals. We got the bronze medal. Actually, Noelle is on the team. She did a really good job. All of our students were very happy and wearing their medals today, very proud. The one thing I didn't write down, which I want to say, which we're going to continue to do, a few weeks ago, one of our football players, Kendall Cottrell, committed and signed to Westchester University on a scholarship. We have a few more students who will be participating in NCAA football, track, or whatever. We will be having different various signing dates once they commit to their respective schools. And that's something we started last year, and we're proud to continue this year. That's it.
Thank you, Mr. Nastasi.
Yes.
Comprehensive plan,
All submitted.
ESSERS,
All
Chris.
submitted.
All submitted.
Title I, Title II, Title V,
All submitted.
grant updates.
No grant updates at this time.
Thank you. Public participation. Anyone from the public?
Okay, good morning, President Ciccoletti, School Board, Dr. Davis, Mr. Nastasi, Mrs. Bowser, and everyone else who's here. I would like to, we are here today to remind everyone from the public and you guys that we are doing Mean Girls, the musical. The dates for the show are April 12th, 13th, and 14th. This is our flyer. The first and second show are at 7, and the last show is at 2. It's at the high school. Tickets are $5 for students, $5 for senior citizens, and $10 for adults. And these are a few of our actors in the show. Would you like to come up and state your name and the role?
Don't be shy.
You guys already know me. I'm Noelle Santana. I play Gretchen in the musical.
Madison Zivanowski. I'm Regina.
Oh, very nice. Layla Stoltner. I'm playing Regina's mom one of the nights, and I'm also ensemble.
And I would also like to welcome or ask any businesses in the town, or if you know any small businesses, if they would like to put an ad in our program book. We have prices and all that, my email and everything. I can share this with you guys so that we can.
We'll have that put up on our website. How's
Yeah,
that sound?
That
So
sounds great. Yeah, yeah,
We'll put that on the website,
yeah.
and then this way, people could see that, maybe even put it up. I don't know if we have the capabilities of putting it up before this meeting. We could give you a little bit of help
Or
there.
as like a PDF where we can download it
Yeah,
and email it out.
yeah, yeah. I can share the files. Yeah.
Is everything else okay? All the equipment, everything working okay
Yeah,
out there?
yeah,
Everything's good?
yeah. Yes. And did you you had some notes that you wanted to update?
Yeah, share some things. I don't have my paper with me, but I can do my best to remember. What day was it? That we hung the posters? What was the day called?
Publicity Day was
Yeah.
on 2 Saturdays ago.
Yeah. On Publicity Day, we went around Mill Street, almost got all the way down to the library, hung our posters, went to businesses, gave them our stuff. We gave them a cute little pink rubber ducky with a QR code on the bottom of it. It was really awesome, and I got to be in character.
That's a great
We
idea.
are also
Great idea.
really close to finishing the play. We
Yeah.
got all of Act 1 done, and we're almost on Act 2.
Yep.
Yeah, that's very good. So, yeah.
Good.
Great, good job.
Do you have
Yes.
all the supplies that you need?
Yes. Yeah.
So we have set build tomorrow. We're going to be building sets as a team, and we have paint day on March 15th. So if anybody wants to volunteer, please help us.
What was that, volunteer for what? I couldn't hear.
Set build
Painting sets.
Building a set.
and painting sets. So if you know anybody who knows how to paint, tell them to come help us out. We'll appreciate it.
I do have one suggestion. I know last year we ran out of like programs. Is there a way to do like a file with all the advertisers and have like a QR code like outside of the doors, so if somebody doesn't
Yeah,
need
I
one,
also
they can
plan
just
on, I plan
scan
on
it?
purchasing more programs
Okay.
this year. We did not plan for the turnout we had last year. So we plan on having a lot more programs so that we prevent running out.
Yeah.
And then we'll also try to have a QR code if
Yeah, like a
worst,
poster of a
if
QR
worst
code.
case scenario, we do run
For
out again.
sponsors, yeah.
Yeah, because I have seen that at other shows. That is a really good idea. Thank you. Yes, and thank you all for continuing to support the arts and helping us out in every way that you guys can do possibly. Thank you.
As always, if you need anything, make sure you see Dr. Davis, and she'll help you out with everything.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
I look forward to it. Last year was really good. Just make sure you have more hot dogs.
Everyone likes to eat.
Solid. I do.
Mr. Nastasi, you
Yeah, I forgot to add, so among all of the talents that she has, Madison was selected. We were going over all of our senior dates, and everything for the seniors are all laid out already for this year for May and June. But Madison was selected to sing the national anthem during graduation, so,
Awesome.
Congratulations.
yeah.
good. Congratulations.
Yep.
Good job.
Okay, anyone
How
else?
many students do you have that signed up that will be in the play? I know last year you had multiple playing multiple roles. Is that the same thing this year? Oh.
In the cast, we have 20 to 22-ish. And then we have our crew, which is about 15 or so. So we have a good amount of cast.
So did
and
that
crew.
grow from last year?
It is growing, yes. Yeah, slowly but surely. Yeah, last year we only had 18 or 20 in the cast, and we miraculously put on The Little Mermaid, which is supposed to be a 50-plus cast. So the fact that we put it on was a miracle.
You did a
But
great job. You
Thank
really
you.
did.
Thank you. I have a great creative team that helps me out, and you guys support me as much, and all of us as much as you can. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, no one else from the public? Closes public participation. Let's go to business, item A.
Okay, Mr. President, I motion to approve the amended articles of agreement between the Bucks County Technical High School and the Bristol Borough School District. That
D'Angelo.
motion is attached somewhere in here.
All right, Mrs. Paglione. Any questions?
Yeah, I guess I got a question.
Just the only thing that's changing is the tech school includes retainage of 250,000 fund balance to be used for capital projects.
1 year too, right?
Yeah, they're just extending that to 2024, 2025. They're just extending it another
The
year.
original agreement was for 4 years, so there's a year gap. So we're just extending the 1 year.
Okay, great, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstentions? All right, Brianna and Mrs. Curran and Mr. Stiltner, thanks for the update, and keep us posted on the situation at the tech school. Thank you for the time you put in there. Okay, item B.
Item B, Mr. President, I motion to approve the Bristol Borough School District K-12 School Guidance Plan as required by Title 22, Chapter 339, effective March 2024 through March 2027. And that is also attached.
Okay.
Second.
Second by Mrs. Paglione. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Personnel.
Mr. President, I motion to approve the hire of the following cafeteria employee at the non-certified rate of $11.73 per hour, no benefits, effective for the 2023-2024 school year. That would be Joanne Fisher.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Mrs. Paglione, any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item B.
Mr. President, I motion to approve to advertise for a transition coordinator, life skills special education teacher. Certificate requirement are special ed 7 through 12 or special ed pre-K through 12, effective the 2024-2025 school year.
Second.
Hi, Mrs. Paglione. Questions?
Yeah, a question, is this a net new, or is this replacing
It's new, what
somebody?
it does, though, in the long-term run, it takes care of those 18 to 21 students.
Yeah, I was gonna say that, because I'm actually going up next week.
Yes.
So, yeah, so it's, we do have a great program, we're working with the kids, but there's one other step where,
Yeah.
you need somebody to kind of coach them up.
Correct.
Because they're gonna be walking out the door, and,
Life skills, job skills.
yes,
the whole-
and I think we might be able to help you out, the IUs, so
Okay.
maybe reach out to them, thank you. That's it.
Okay, so this, I have one question, Dr. Davis. So, is that a certificate, life skills? It's
No,
so,
it'd be just special ed be fine.
so special ed
But you can
is
have
taught
life
life skills to
Yes.
do, okay, all right, okay, that's great.
It's a curriculum, Mr. Chicolari.
Okay, thank you. All right, any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries.
Okay, item C. I motion to approve the temporary appointment of Dennis Mendick to the position of Operation and Maintenance Manager at an upgraded rate of $30.90 until the return of Fred Cullen to the permanent position.
Second.
Second by Mr. Poliafico. All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Item D.
Mr. President, I motion to approve the retirement of Scott Brown, secondary science teacher, effective at the end of the 2023-2024 school year. And Mr. Brown has been with the district for 19 years, and certainly he has been recognized as one of the premier science teachers in the state of Pennsylvania.
That's true. He'll be missed.
Second.
Mrs. Paglione, any other questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Information and
No, we got one more.
oh,
With item D comes item E. So I motion we approve to advertise for a secondary science teacher. Certificate requirements are general science 9 through 12, with physics certificate preferred, effective the 2024-2025 school year.
Second.
second by Mrs. Paglione. Any questions? All those in favor?
Aye.
Nays, abstention, motion carries. Okay, information and discussion. We had a meeting scheduled for March the 21st. That is honors night, so we're going to cancel that meeting. I'm going to try to touch base with everyone. I would like to have a budget meeting. It doesn't necessarily have to be on a Thursday. So we'll be in touch with everybody, but we want to try and get that in. It'll be advertised, but it'll be an executive session where we go over the budget. We'll have all the administration and board members there. So we'll see where everybody's availability is. And then our next meeting in April is April 4th. April 4th, okay, so that'll be our next public meeting. So I'll speak with Jennifer.
It may be the 11th. I think it's the 11th.
The 11th?
Let me look real quick. I don't think it was the 4th.
All right, either the 4th or the 11th, once they decide.
Yeah, and then we'll call about, Mr. McHugh's already prepared, he's been prepared since January to go over the budget. Okay, all right, that's not an issue. Okay, so let's go around the horn real fast. Mr. Smith?
I just have a quick question for Principal Nastasi. Is there an update
April
on
11th.
the
David is
League
April
of Seven
11th.
kid that were on the borderline?
Of walking?
It is the
Yeah.
11th.
So we are down to about 4 or 5. Because interims just came out also. So we're getting there. We had a
Okay.
couple parents come in, so we're
They
trying to
come
be,
in.
we had 2 come in. Yep. We were trying to be as proactive as
Right.
we can. But we've met, I've had 2 assemblies after beginning of the year with the class, and feel like they're taking off a little bit during this time, which is natural with 61 days left, with, you know, kids coming to school and kids trying to line up some jobs and this and that, but, you know, I have a good feeling we're gonna be at 100. So
Thank you.
that's the goal.
That's all I have.
Yep.
Ms. Curran?
Thank you, Nick.
I would just like to thank the student speakers tonight. They did a wonderful job. And congratulations to Coach Swift and the Bristol wrestling team, along with the bocce team. And I really just want to express my gratitude for the students and staff who participated in the blood drive, because it really does save lives. And it's so important, and it's amazing that you're starting at such a young age. So, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Curran. Mrs. Paglione?
No, nothing at this time, thank you.
And Mr. Polyafco?
Nothing.
Mr. Stiltner?
Nothing.
Wow. Dr. Davis?
Nothing at this time.
Mr. Chulo?
Spring training is in full bloom.
You going down?
Not this year, next year though.
Okay. Mr. D'Angelo?
Okay, just a couple things. You guys, if you got this, good reading.
Yeah.
Check it out. It's got some good stuff in it, okay? So that's for the board. I want to kind of pick up on what Ms. Balser said about the blood drive. Or no, did you say that? Either one. Blood drive says something about your school district. It really does. And for it to be well attended by our students, it's another really good thing. I know we're having another one, correct? And that would be in April?
April,
Okay.
here.
All right, it'll be
In this
here,
room.
okay. As far as all the sports, all of our sports have really had a really great year this year. You know, our bowling team has been lights out. We had one young man who bowled a 300. I understand they really did well. Our basketball teams presented well. Our ninth grade team won every game they played last week. So I know they're in the playoffs when, next month? Or-
Middle school,
Middle school?
during the playoffs, yeah.
Okay, and it just really has been good, and again, I'm fortunate, I get a chance to go see as many as I can, and, you know, every one of those kids that's out there participating wouldn't be out there if they weren't doing their work in school, and I know you guys keep a good eye on that, and that's a good thing. Last but not least, so I know we're gonna have our student art gallery at the IU, but I'm looking at the date, and it's Thursday, March 21st. So I don't have a board meeting, and I will be here, and I will be back also for the National Honor Society. So another great thing. Good stuff's happening. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. D'Angelo. I just want to second everything that Mr. D'Angelo said, all the sports activities and all of that, and maybe next year, when I retire, be able to take in some of these activities, hopefully, God willing. Okay, anything else? With nothing else, do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
So moved.